conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes are tiring, tires screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punching in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, chassis low like a snake, slither rain past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake, victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, that weather speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano, pedal metal chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes are tiring, tires screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punching in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, chassis low like a snake, slither rain past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake, victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, that weather speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano, pedal metal chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes are tiring, tires screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punching in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, chassis low like a snake, slither rain past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake, victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, that weather speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano, pedal metal chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes are tiring, tires screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight. Once you hit gear shift, turbo scream savage. Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc. Corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns pairs, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, revs some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap of game, we can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Old closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar hard as pounding plugs and tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost gauge, flame line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights of blood, chasing stars out of sight. Once you hit gear shift, turbo scream savage. Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc. Corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns pairs, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, revs some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap of game, we can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Old closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar hard as pounding plugs and tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost gauge, flame line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights of blood, chasing stars out of sight. Once you hit gear shift, turbo scream savage. Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc. Corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns pairs, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, revs some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap of game, we can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Old closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane.
Hey, we're unmuted. Welcome everybody to the HVRL Turnin Laps podcast here. And it is Championship 4 time for the trucks this evening and for Gen 6. And ARCA is in the final few races of their season, of their chase. So we will quickly go over the week that was here in High Velocity Racing League, starting with our ARCA series. We'll start with last Tuesday, where the drivers went to Texas Motor Speedway with the wonky turns 1 and 2 and the normal turns 3 and 4 and the quad oval that usually does pretty good for everybody. But yeah, it was an interesting race. Some issues there near the end, but the winner for the race was Drew Halloran, and he continued to build on his points lead going into the next race of the season. So Wilder and Happy, take it away on how this race went.
Go ahead, Wilder. I got to take a call. It was a good race. Yeah, there's a little controversial, late move in the race that worked out for some guys, and some guys kind of got the worst end of it. But Drew came around and got the win there. It was a good battle. Dayhoff had some good stints where he was pulling away from people. I kind of felt like he was a little bit faster. I don't know how many laps he led, but he led quite a bit of the laps there. I felt like Chris Romano, the new guy. I don't want to call him the new guy, but I mean he's new to the league, the 44. He was really fast, and he ended up finishing third, but he had a good run there. Corey Moore came on late, but yeah, Drew kind of extended his lead there. He's going to have a bit of a penalty to deal with next week. I think was it 15? I want to
Yep.
say it was 15 points. He's going to have a one lap hold at Michigan, which I don't know. We'll see. There might be a lot of green flag laps at Michigan, so it might hurt him a little bit. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. I can't remember. Let me bring up the standings now for the season. I think Keller still. Oh, no, Keller fell back. Yeah, that's who it was. Stapleton kind of moved up a little bit, and Thad Miller, and then Dayhoff went back. So I think it just made the battle tighter. I think with Drew's penalty. So we'll see how Michigan plays out.
Now, whoever updated this graphic, is this updated with the penalty?
It is.
Okay. So right now, Drew sitting at 12:01 has that one lap hold and an EOL coming to him next race on Tuesday at Michigan. But his lead is still rather large. He's sitting at 22 points ahead of John Stapleton, who sits at 11:79. Thad Miller close third here at 11:76. Brandon Dayhoff 1 point behind Thad in fourth at 11:75. Forrest Martin at 11:69. John Shields tied with Forrest for that fifth position. Jace Keller sits in seventh at 11:65. Brent McKee in eighth at 11:63. A little bit of a drop off to Corey Moore. He sits at 11:51 in the ninth position. And then Quinn McLean, 11:33. Josh Revel, 11:29. And James Bolka sitting at the 12th position there. So that's your chase running order here. Drew's going to have a lot of work ahead of him here in the last handful of races to continue to hold that position at the top of the standings.
Yeah, and it's a real good battle between second all the way down to eighth, really. So yeah, there's good battles up and down that top 12 there. But with this penalty, I think if John Stapleton or Thad or Brandon or Forrest or John Shields have a real good day, I think they can make up some ground maybe.
Now, are we able to look at that race for the chase? I'm sorry, the rest of the best.
Yeah.
Or best of the rest, whatever it's called.
Yes.
One of those things is what it's called.
Best of the rest. Yeah, I just had it pulled up.
Yeah. And right now, Ryan Stevenson leads the best of the rest at 141 since the start of the chase, with Cale Dees right on his tail, 1 point back. 4 points back from Cale is Nick DeTraglia at a 136, and then Gregory Vadney at 133, as well as Braden Deeney. Nathan Murray at 131, even with that win at Kern Raceway a couple weeks ago. And then Tim Taylor, 129 in seventh. Reno at 109 in eighth. And David Woods at 107 in ninth. Nathan Woods in 10th at 94.
That's nice tight battle for that, too. So that's good. Them guys that didn't make the playoffs, at least they got something to kind of shoot for. And,
battle for, yeah.
Yeah, going to next season, with a little confidence. So
I do have a question, Mr. Matt. You said something about Romano there, and I did see a Romano on a Friday league. Is that by chance the same one?
I think it is the same one.
Okay.
He had some decent speed in that league as well, so that could be interesting. We've talked about how important seat time is. he could really be a contender for next season's championship if he decides to stick around in the ARCA series on Tuesday nights.
Oh, for sure. Which I know he's kind of.
We'll see.
Yeah, I know his I rating's pretty close. He's like 1450,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
1480, something like that. So we'll see.
And hey, even if he moves up to the truck series or something, that's still he still has pace. He could be very well a contender.
Oh, good
anywhere
segue.
For what? The truck series?
For the truck series, yeah.
Why are we going to the truck series? We're going to Gen 6 next.
Oh,
what are you talking
I don't
about?
want to yet. You can skip Gen 6 for all I care.
No, we're not skipping Gen 6. I know why you want to skip Gen 6, but we're not skipping Gen 6.
It was a good, interesting night.
Especially in
track. I love the track. It's amazing.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. You want to say that again? It's amazing?
No, it's not amazing.
It's about as fun as auto.
Okay.
It's so crazy. It just gets I don't know. It's not really super speedway, and it's I think it's just this weird blend to where people don't know how to handle it, and I think the tri-oval or the quad-oval, you want to call it, like it causes just havoc. I feel like with what lane you're gonna go in and what lane the other guys are gonna be in, it's just and then everybody's drifting up in the middle of the corners, if you don't let off, and it's hard because you're racing, but you gotta let off, and you don't want to let people around, and I don't know. I don't like the track, and I don't know.
I think that track leads itself to being one that you have to be familiar with everybody on the track and how they race, especially through that quad oval. Like if you don't know how they're going to take it, it leads to that chaos that you're talking about.
Yeah, naturally cars want to drift up at least a full lane, and you got guys next to you. You're hoping everybody's going to give each other room coming off of those corners.
Yeah, it's not a track like the intermediates, other intermediates where you can really pin down the inside lane if you're on the outside. You really need to try to be able to give room, because especially in that Gen 6 car, we've seen it at Daytona, we've seen it at Talladega, and now we've seen it at Atlanta. When you're in these drafting style tracks, it just wants to plow to the wall every time, whether you're at the bottom of the track or the top. So it's definitely something to think about when you're driving those cars on these drafting style tracks.
The Gen 6 car is an amazing car to drive. It's fun. It's challenging. It's a little wild, but the only thing about it on iRacing is the damage model on it is broke compared to the rest of the disciplines. I feel like it's really easy to meatball that car sometimes, or just get damage that doesn't make sense. That's my only gripe with it. Other than that, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and one of the comments that Kern had made was he felt like he couldn't really push in it. I feel like I was one of the few that made it so that I could push through the corners until I couldn't when I hooked Everly. Everly was to Bryce's outside when that happened, and I don't know how he saved that other than using you up and then me up afterwards. But it was a heck of a save. There were a couple of really good saves that we had in that race, and yeah, I mean, there were ways where you could push around the track. It was just you have to be careful in those corners, especially. And through the quad oval, it's like a no-fly zone for pushing, because if you do it, we saw it in trucks last season. We've seen it now in the Gen 6 here. It's a no-fly zone for pushing in the quad oval.
It's been a fun season. We've got a lot of quick guys in this Gen 6, which obviously we're narrowing down the season here. We're down to the final 3 races, and it's kind of crazy how fast it's gone, and here we are down to the championship 4.
Yeah. And speaking of the championship 4, I was gonna say,
KT, he pushed himself in there, man. He had a good run, and he was up front for a lot of the race, I believe. So, I mean, it wasn't like he just came through at the end and won. So, I mean, good for him for getting in there when he needed a win. He got it.
Yeah. He gets the win. Mike joined us for the race. He gets second, actually pushing KT out to the front. Don Miller, who was needing a win or at least a great points day to be able to lock himself into the playoffs, comes up 2 spots short finishing in the 3rd position. Kevin Fry ends up in 4th. Mason Connell rounding out the top 5. Chris Weininger gets 6th. Brandon Dayhoff in 7th. Tucker ends up finishing in the 8th position. Travis George 9th, and myself in 10th. But it was a heck of a race.
Would KT would he have made it just on points? I think so, huh?
No, he was like 60 down or something, or 30,
he was way
down, or he was way down there.
Way down.
Yeah, he got a lot of points that race, though. I don't know.
He didn't get that. He didn't get that many. He only got 47.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He needed the win. Yeah, he and Dayhoff were both kind of, even Tucker to an extent. You guys, all 3 of you, were kind of in win to get in mode, and that was the only way you were really going to get in. I mean, Tucker, I think if you'd had a good points day, I think you'd have been fine, but you really needed KT to not win either.
Rough round of 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miller. I mean, Miller had a hell of a run.
Yeah.
And still, he did everything he could. He got the pole. He had a ton of stage points.
Well, again, he would have been in if KT didn't win, because he surpassed me in points because I had such a bad race. Tucker didn't have a good race, and he blew him, out of the water as well. I mean, he was dominating us, and he would have been in. All that had to happen was one of those, who was in the bottom, Bryce, Nava, and Nava wasn't there, so as long as 2 other guys didn't win in that whole field, he would have been in, and unfortunately, KT was one of them, and takes that spot away. I know he was excited in the interview too, because he thought he was in, and so that kind of sucks.
Well, for KT, it's good that he got in. He's stuck through a lot with HVRL, and he's raced a lot of series, and he's puts himself up towards the front quite a bit, and he does well, and then he has a lot of bad luck too. I don't know if it's how much of it's self-inflicted, but when you're constantly racing around guys at that pace, things can happen. And he's moved himself on to the championship 4.
Yeah, it should be a good battle. William Kern, KT McCann, Sean Wilder, and Bobby Grady with Vegas, Bristol, and Homestead up. So it should be awesome to watch.
And KT's really done a great job through the playoffs. I mean, he had a really good showing at Watkins Glen to get him even into the playoffs. He was out of or below the cut line going into Watkins Glen and raced his way into the playoff with a great showing there, and then come to New Atlanta needing the win to get in, gets the win to get in. So he, in crunch time, KT has been putting himself in the right place at the right time. So good luck to all 4 of the drivers in the championship 4 starting tomorrow at Las Vegas. And now we can segue into trucks.
All right.
Let's see, this last week, we were at Talladega to finish up the round of 8, which made it interesting. It was Seabolt and I. We were battling for the last place spot for the championship 4. We came into it tied. It was a fun race. You could definitely see a lot of strategy team-wise from their side of things and our side of things, and who each team made allies with. I mean, you could tell the driving styles on the track, which made it a lot of fun. Just seeing behind the scenes, kind of having an idea of what all is going on that hasn't been spoken. My highlight of that entire night, and I've told all you guys this multiple times, was that green flag stop, where we had, I think it was 25 trucks that came in to the pits, all cleanly. I think there was an incident exiting the pits, but for the fact of we don't get a whole lot of green flag stops, for us all to get slowed down and into the pits cleanly, that was so cool. It was a cool little clip that I got from it, plus a picture. I think it was the fuel, the way it played out. Like, you did not have an opportunity to short pit, or you wouldn't have made it to the end. you had to run that fuel stage to the very end to get into the window for the finish of the race. So I think that was a major player in why that pit stop happened the way it did. But no, it was a lot of fun. I know our team, Wilder and I and the other guys, we were talking points, trying to figure out where everybody stood throughout the race, first stage and second stage, and we knew for me that Seabolt had led some laps, so we got myself into a position to where myself and the team got me up to get up to the lead to where it leveled off those points, and then it just came down to the end, and it was a let's see, I think we were clean all the way to right at the
Tri-oval.
Tri-oval is when it all went south. Matt, I know you had a hell of a finish coming from like 11th in that Tri-oval to
something like that. Yeah.
all the way to second. However, the gods played it. They parted the seas for you and just made a channel for you right up the center of the track. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I felt like I was having the Red Sea part right in front of me. It was crazy. I said that in the broadcast too, when in the interview at the end of the race. I mean, it just opened up at the right time. I was at the right place for it, and yeah, came up to P2.
Yeah,
thankfully, no new winner in front of me. That was the most important thing for us. We were crunching numbers. It was Shane Williams with the win. So.
Yeah, and we even had the potential scenario as far as like in Gen 6 of one of the guys at the bottom coming up and being able to grab a win to grab one of the positions for the championship 4. So that was Danny. He was right behind me. He was on my inside for a little bit, but like I knew he was right there in position of potentially taking the win last Sunday. So thankfully it all worked out. I was able to get into the championship 4 with some help from my teammates and whatnot as far as working out strategy. I had that early wreck that we didn't know how much damage I had, and so I came into the pits. Thankfully it wasn't any required repairs, so I was able to take off and go around the track and come back in for the fast repair. But I used that up, I think, before the first stage was even over with, so I had to make it through the rest of the race knowing that I did not have a fast repair.
But yet still being aggressive too. That's the other thing too. Like we had to continue making aggressive moves to get Chris into position for stage points, for leading laps. I mean, there was all kinds of different scenarios where we needed to make sure we kept getting him into the right spots at the right time. And thankfully, after that first wreck, the only thing that you got involved in was right there at the end. So,
yeah.
Well, super speedway racing, right? It's kind of a crapshoot. You never know what could happen. And I mean,
Absolutely.
Shane Williams that's back-to-back wins for him.
Yep.
Pretty impressive feat to get back-to-back wins. It doesn't happen very often. Anybody who competes in these kind of disciplines knows it's a little tough. And he's got two wins on the season. He gets one more, he's going to find himself not be able to race trucks next year.
He could still find himself not being able to race trucks next year if he wins this championship. So
no, he is hot at the right time. So I mean, honestly, no hit to Wilder, but I think he has momentum going into this. I mean, Chris started the season strong. He looked like he was the favorite. Then Wilder he kind of dominated the mid-season, and then took the championship. Then now it's Mason really on a tear right now. So, but he's
Williams.
Williams. Just getting hot at the right time. We'll see if it continues there.
And a testament to how competitive this truck series has been. I mean, we talked about it when the playoffs first started. There were probably 16 to maybe even 20 drivers that could have had a claim at being in the round of 12. I mean, we had a great battle at the final race of the regular season, and there were 4 drivers within a few points of each other for that last spot that Bloodworth was able to secure in that final race. Just a testament to how competitive that the series is. I mean, it's just been a great time for everybody. So
yeah, I had a great time calling that with Bryce, trying to crunch the numbers as we go. It was it was a lot going on at that, trying to figure out what Chris was up at the stage and things like that. It was a real fun race to call and watch.
We were doing a lot of math. We were doing a lot of math in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some
how
guys.
many winners?
There's just some
this year?
guys. Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah.
I think 9. I thought this was going to be in a run, and I was going back at last season and looking at some stats, and we had 13 last season. 13.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well,
Wow.
And you've got 6 two-time winners this year. You got Mason, Mr. Wilder, Mr. Williams, Mr. Weiniger, Noah Tills, and then Brandon Dayoff with 2 wins as well.
Wow. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a lot of two-timers.
Yeah. So interesting. Going to be interesting to see how the season shakes out.
And no 3-timers yet?
No.
No
No.
3-timers.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Someone's getting 3. Someone's got to get 3,
Last-
right?
Last year it
I
happened.
plan on getting
Last-
5. So
Last season.
He's going.
that's right.
You can get 5. You can get 5, but as long as everybody else wins all the stages, right? And then you don't have to worry about winning the championship too. But no, we'll go quickly over the Talladega results, top 10 at least. Shane Williams did get the win. Me in second. Kean Fry rounding out the podium. Danny Gross gets 4th. That was one of the drivers we were keeping our eye out on, was Danny. Daniel Everly gets into the top 5. Chris crosses the line 6th after spinning on the last lap. Anthony Hall, another driver we were paying attention to in the end of the race, he gets 7th. Andre Carvalho gets 8th, Trenton Bestgrove in 9th, and Josh Presley rounding out the top 10.
And it's really been a great season in the Truck Series. Sean and I have had the pleasure of calling it, and just how clean the racing's been, how good all of the drivers have done. Obviously, the Truck Series is huge for our league. It builds the strength in numbers, and it helps branch these guys off to other series, and it lets us, just build more strength and find more drivers. And this season for trucks has just been amazing. So hats off to everybody inside this Truck Series.
Yeah. And if you thought we were done after 3 seasons, well, you're wrong. We already know that there's a 4th one coming. So we can start talking about the schedules for next season with all 4 of our series that we will be running. And Happy, I think we're going to take it away with the trucks first. Yes?
That sounds good to me.
Are we playing the video?
I will, yes.
You don't have to. We can just go over it.
No, I didn't make it for nothing. You play it.
Yeah, we're playing that shit.
Well, let's play it then. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Is, but of course we can skip the cover page, and I was hoping to have this done at the end of the season to show on page 2 here who this season's champion would be, but we win a little early.
Now that's fine.
So I don't know who it's going to be. Wilder, you, maybe Chris's name will be down there. I don't know.
Could be Shane Williams.
Yeah.
Mason.
Mason.
Yeah,
could be
or
Mason.
Mason. Yep.
Nah, it ain't going to be
He's
Mason.
Never know.
If Mason wins the championship, that's rookie of the year too.
Well, he doesn't have to worry
is.
about running me off the track in the Truck Series, so he's okay.
It's funny.
We've had bad luck the last couple of races.
He did mention he was going to be rookie of the year. He's in the championship 4, so good on him. But starting off week 1 at Daytona, this season's winner, Chris Weiniger, was the last one to win at Daytona. We got 80 laps there in week number 1.
Yep.
Going on to
Oh, nothing.
Go
Just
ahead.
our standard open and race. No duels or anything. I don't believe in the truck. So, yeah, it should always be a good show. Daytona's probably going to have 40, 42, 43 drivers in it. So, it'll always be full. It'll be a good time.
as we go on to week number 2, we go to Kansas to start the next portion, the first real race, as some like to say. And that's going to be 134 laps. The last winner there was from season 2, Randy Cornwell in the number 22. But we'll find out because there's going to be a new winner here tonight.
Remember that race, Wilder? Look how close that was.
I almost cried after that race, man. I was so close, and I gave him the outside. That was the only thing that I did. I gave him the outside, and he won. So, not gonna happen again tonight. Tell you that.
After we go there, we go to the first short track of the season. That's going to be IRP. Our first race was this season, and Chris Weiniger stole it at the line pretty much from teammate Bobby Grady. And we'll see if he can repeat. Well, maybe next season.
Hopefully.
Well, you don't want to win the championship? That's what I just heard. You heard it here first.
Nah.
After that, we go to Auto Club. As this season we had a winner there. Mike Kufel in the number 9 locked himself into the playoffs at Auto Club Speedway. We have 88 laps there at the 2 mile, the best 2 mile track on the circuit. Don't at me, and you can't make me think otherwise. Nope, you can't change my opinion on it.
Here you go, Bryce will like this one.
After we get done with New Year's and Christmas break, which is just a 1-week break, we're going to Watkins Glen for the first road course of the season. The last winner at Watkins Glen from season 2 was Bryce Tucker. That was when Bryce was going on a tear in season 2. I believe that was a back-to-back win for you, Bryce.
It was. That was, yep, that one in Bristol.
Yep. Is that our last back-to-back winner? No, Brandon Dayhoff got one this season, right?
I did.
And then
yes,
Williams just did it.
And Williams, that's true. Yep. So one of our other few back-to-back winners. But before that, or after that, in week 6, we are going to Kentucky for the wonderful flat turns 3 and 4. We got 120 laps there in week 6. Danny Gross, the last winner this season.
Nobody's got much to say about Kentucky, I see.
I like
Kentucky. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I like it.
But I put it on there.
I think that's when the 8-ball thing started, because I think I got 8th in that race. So, and that was like the 3rd one in a row that I'd gotten 8th. After
Danny,
Kentucky,
a two-time.
Go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Danny's a 2-time winner in the truck series. Not this year, but overall.
Yep. And then after that, we are going to go to the inferior 2 mile track at Michigan for 88 laps.
Yeah, how many laps? Say it again.
88, double 8 ball.
8-ball.
Yeah, calling your name.
Mason Connell got the win this season. After that, we go to Darlington for throwback week in week number 8, their first race for the truck series. Week 8, 8-ball in the new track. Yep. 150 laps there for throwback week, and it's going to be an interesting race.
I'm fired up with that one. That one's going to be a good one.
I'm looking forward to it.
I do. I think we have like 3 or 4 tracks that we have never been to in the truck series yet. Here's another one.
Yep.
Another one. Pocono in week number 9, as we have 70 laps at the... Is that how am I going to put this? The inferior 2.5 mile track?
I can get on board with that one.
Okay. It's going to be an interesting race.
I love Pocono. Pocono's great, dude.
It is going to be.
Race it.
Hey, maybe you got a provisional for you in your future there, you know? And then we will take a week off for the Super Bowl. And after the Super Bowl, we go back to Kansas, this time for the road course. This was a really awesome race in season 2 that saw Bryce Tucker and Sean Hapiak be both battling it out hard for the race win. And Tucker was able to walk away with his, I believe that was your first win of the season there at the Kansas road course.
Don't forget, he was way back there in 3rd.
40 seconds behind you guys.
59 seconds off the pace or something. He tried something different.
Hey, he got a podium. That's all that matters.
I did one less pit stops than you guys, and was just cruising, saving fuel. So, but I didn't have the pace at that track for some. But I didn't practice enough, I guess. But
did you have a big lead on 4th too? Didn't you? Because of that pit stop.
Yeah. No, at the end it shrunk, but I was just milking the fuel there. So
fun race. I'm excited to watch it this time. Watch these two guys go at it, especially watching return guys back there like a Chris or Wilder's already out, but some of these guys that were there in season 2 to race it again.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun to see how they improve.
Chase can't wait for it.
On to the final race of the regular season. It is our tradition that we go to Charlotte for the final race of the regular season. That is our cutoff race before we get to the playoffs for the Charlotte 250. It's Patriotic Week, and it will be a 4-stage race with 167 laps on the docket. And
I believe
this
only
past
3
season,
tires on that too.
Yep,
it is.
Should be fun.
Yep, that is correct.
It is going to be interesting.
Nice.
Noah Tills was the one to get the win at Charlotte this season. As we go on to our first race in the playoffs, it does start with Talladega, and it's going to be another 68-lap race there. As we just talked about, Shane Williams got the last win at the 2.5-mile superspeedway.
Yeah, just so you guys know, it's probably going to be a tradition to start off with that one too. Start of the playoffs. We have it in all the series, so.
Yeah, I don't even know how these happen.
Spoilers!
I know, they just kind of happen. I don't even know how that worked its way, Talladega being the start of our playoffs.
It's better to have it early, in my opinion. Have it early so you can recover from it,
You got to have them on there, though.
You do.
Everybody loves the speedways, super speedways. Just the love can be different.
This is one of my favorite tracks right here as we go to week 13, the second race in the round of 12. It's Las Vegas for 107 laps. Our last winner there was Mason Connell.
Yeah, it's just a fun track, just all around. I mean, nothing super special about it, but it is a fun track.
Sentimental to me because I've been there before, and just one of the tracks that I really like. So, and then we go to week 14 for the cutoff for the round of 12. We're going short track racing, baby. We go to Martinsville for 160 laps.
That is Jacob Bowen down there in season 1. That was the last time we visited Martinsville.
Gonna say I have not raced that track, so that'll be interesting.
I've been waiting for this track. I missed the last one, ARCA, so I'll look to get it on it at least once.
Hey, good job on the mix of tracks there. I mean, we're going to see this throughout all the playoffs. We get a good mix for each round, so it's not all just the same kind of track. So good mix there.
Round of 8. We start at Chicagoland. Noah Tills gets the last victory at Chicagoland. We're going to go 120 laps from the tri-oval intermediate track, 1.5-mile track.
That should be another good race there. Chicagoland tends to have some good racing, so nice and wide, multiple lanes.
Boo.
Next up is the Monster Mile. Race number 16, and the middle of this round of 8 is Dover. And our last winner there, Sean Wilder, at the beginning of this last round of the Truck Series.
I don't think we're ever going to not have Dover on here.
It's a tough track.
Pretty popular track. It's fun. It's hard. It's challenging.
Yep.
I like it in
Definitely.
the playoffs too.
Yeah, I do like it in the playoffs. It adds a twist because then guys have to really get out and try to stay clean, which it's easy to get loose off those corners, especially 2.
And then we take a week off for the Easter holiday and follow it up by going to Iowa to go play in the cornfields for 160 laps from the fastest short track in the world.
Yeah, I never had the opportunity to get the trucks on this track, so I have no idea what's going to be like. But I know in Cup Cars and Xfinity, it's a pretty fun track.
It's a great track. I love it.
We had a good time with it. We had a good time with it in the Gen 6 car. That was a great race from Iowa earlier this season. Starting our championship round, leading it off is Nashville Superspeedway. We will have a race there later this season, but our last winner was Randy Cornwell. I believe that was part of a back-to-back for him in season 2. We are going to be 120 laps from the concrete 1 1/3 mile track there in Nashville.
Good memory.
How big it is?
What?
Or the back-to-back thing? How big the track is, or how big?
Oh.
That's what you were talking about.
Sorry, you had me taken back there, sir. Let's just move on.
Following it up, we got Lime Rock to be the middle part of this championship round, and with Wilder not being able to participate in this, it's going to be a wild card round for who's in that championship 4. We're going to be 78 laps at the road course. It was a quick track, and even for somebody who doesn't like road courses, it wasn't a bad one.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There is a chance, Brandon.
36 hours of practice will do that.
Anthony Hall might be in there still, so.
Seabolt was fast at Lime Rock,
yeah,
too.
Seabolt was really fast there. Yeah.
And the conclusion of the season, drum roll, it's not Homestead, I can tell you that right now. It's Phoenix, which I know Wilder's happy about not being Phoenix. I know Happy's not happy he doesn't have to race in this one either. He hates Phoenix.
Yeah, not a fan.
But 120 laps from the flat mile track in the desert to conclude season 4 of our truck series.
Well, you can tell most of us ain't a fan of it because it's season 4, the first time we've ever raced in Phoenix in a truck.
We had a fun race. We had a fun race at Phoenix, and for a lot of people, it wasn't so much fun.
It's just that dog leg there. Everybody wrecks everybody in there. It's just I just had bad experience with it. Is all. Other than that, I mean, it looks like a heck of a season, to be honest with you.
So Happy went all out for the truck. Happy went all out for the truck series and built this little video for the truck series. We don't get that for anything else.
No, I ran out of time. My first love is trucks, so whatever.
So we'll start off. Our Monday series will be our Cup series, like we had talked about before. And starting on December 1st is our Daytona Duels. There'll be 30-lap race to determine the set for the qualifying, or not the qualifying, the lineup for the big race in the week after that, which will be the first points-paying race at Daytona for 100 laps. Following that, we'll be going to Rockingham, which worked so well in the Gen 6, but we're going to try it in the Cup car and see how that goes. 200 laps from Rockingham will be interesting.
Who made this
and
order?
Then,
Godly, just like Gen 6.
Every single time I put a schedule together, it's always commented on how much of a dick punch it is.
Oh, no, it looks pretty good to me.
I think it looks great.
Just the beginning, man. Ugh.
Race number 3. Race number 3 takes us to Richmond for another 200-lap race. We get the Christmas New Year's break for 1 week and come back and race Kansas. Is that more your style, Happy?
That is. Well, ain't none of them my style in Cup, but guess I'll have to learn.
I like it, though, with the sunset. That should add a little extra track temp, make it a little more interesting. Kansas usually night race, I think. Traditionally, that's the way I think of it anyways, but yeah.
Following it up, we got Watkins Glen for the first road course of the season, 57 laps at Watkins Glen International. And then we go to the inferior 2-mile track, like I talked about earlier. We go to Michigan here for race number 6, 100 laps from the 2-mile D Oval. And then we follow it up with Chicagoland in week 7 for 134 laps. Round 8 takes us to Martinsville. We're going to go to the paperclip there as well. 200 laps for the Cup Series. And then our second road course of the season takes us to Circuit of the Americas for a 58-lap race. That will be on the new Cup one, which is the West road course, I believe. Yeah, West layout.
Yeah. So we will not be doing there, but I am excited to try that out.
Be an interesting track.
Yeah, we won't be doing the long course.
I ran some laps on the newer one. It's pretty cool. You just gotta, it's the barrel, whatever, the left turn when you cut off the track. You just gotta know where it's at and aim for the right area. But I like the layout way better than the full course, to tell you the truth. For these cars, I mean, if I'm in a GT3, I want the whole thing. But
following Circuit of the Americas, we're going to be going to Indianapolis for round 10 of the Cup Series, an 80-lap race from Penske's home, basically, home of the captain. And then to complete the regular season, we do go to Charlotte for a 200-lap race, much like we have seen from a lot of our upper series. That one will be a sunset race as well with 4 stages. And we cut back on the tires there as well. 3 sets of tires.
Yeah,
for
it's going to be,
the Cup.
what, 50 lap stints? Basically, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
Probably going to see some fall
It'll be
off
fun.
there.
At sunset, too. Sunset, little track temp.
Yep. Starting the round of 12, we do go to Talladega, like we said. Spoiler alert from Wilder on that one, but we're going to go there for 94 laps. It'll be a nice, long super speedway race for the Cup Series. And then after Talladega, we go to Dover for the Monster Mile for the middle of the round of 12. That'll be a 200-lap race as well. And to complete the round of 12, we're going to Texas for 134 laps.
Talk about a dick punch. That Texas is.
That old round of 12 could be real bad for somebody. I mean, if they do good, if they don't do well at Talladega, then Dover. I mean, 200 laps, that's a grueler. Then a lot of people don't like Texas, so I mean, that could be a real rough round of 12 for a lot of people.
Yep. Going into the round of 8, we go play in the corn there as well as we go to Iowa for a 175-lap race. And then following that up, we get to our 3rd road course of the season as Sonoma makes its way onto the schedule for a 70-lap race.
By the way, I watched that race of yours Friday. That was the first time I seen a new update. That track looks way better. It looks awesome.
Looks
way
really
different,
good.
Huh?
Yeah.
You can actually see grass. It doesn't look like a desert.
And those stupid barrels aren't there in the hairpin.
No, that's because they made that oval. That's because they made that oval.
Yeah, it looks way better.
To finish out the round of 8, we go to the Superior 2-mile track at Auto Club for a 100-lap race, and that will be the cutoff before we get to our championship round of 4, which starts at Darlington, the Lady in Black for a 150-lap race.
This is a tough final.
Tough.
Wow. Yeah, baby. Because after we go to Darlington, we're going to the Coliseum for 250 laps. It's Bristol, baby.
250. Woo.
Half distance in this Cup Series.
With 4 sets of tires.
Yep.
Total.
Yep.
Yeah.
We know how people can drive those tires off at Bristol.
Yep. Well, hopefully it's not the option tire. Let's just say that.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be losing tires in 30 laps. And then to complete the championship round, we go to Las Vegas for a 134-lap race.
Awesome schedule. But why are we hating Homestead? We don't have it in trucks this season or in cups. That's crazy. I just noticed that.
Yeah. That was how we voted.
I know. Everybody be hating Homestead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. But hey, no Phoenix on this schedule for the Cup Series.
Woohoo.
Yeah. That's a plus.
And no Gateway. Y'all are...
You got Darlington. It's the same thing.
It is not.
You shift enough in this car. You got to shift enough.
You don't need to shift it again. Next up, I think we go to Tuesday nights, which will be our ARCA series, season 2 of ARCA.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys want me to keep going through the schedule, or do we want... Okay.
Yeah.
All right. ARCA will be getting a duel.
Okay.
So that will be December 2nd, a 25-lap race to determine the starting order for the big race the following week, which will be a 72-lap event with a comp caution at lap 22. So sticking with the comp cautions, no stages for these guys in the ARCA series, which is the best way we can make sure we're getting them all safe.
Right, and I do want a preference on these duels. Some do have duels and some don't, but that's all how the schedule. If we had a little extra week in there, I did a duel, but so they can all end about the same week. So,
yep. Following it up, we go to Kentucky for round 2, and that'll be a 108-lap race. And then Christmas break week, is there. And then round 3 takes us to Auto Club. I'm not going to have to say it. You guys already know the superior 2-mile track. Gotcha. 80 laps there from Auto Club. Round 4 brings us back to Kansas for the road course, the first one of the season. 46 laps for the ARCA guys there. And then we go play in the corn in round 5 as we go to Iowa for 144 laps.
Yeah, Iowa's a popular track there this season.
That's
It's good track.
3 for 3 so far.
Yeah, that
and these
track
ARCA cars,
is
that track
awesome.
is fun. It's fun on these ARCA cars too. It's a good track, man.
Round 6 brings us to Vegas. We're going to Sin City for 96 laps. And then we go to the inferior 2-mile track as we go to Michigan for 79 laps for round 7. Round 8 takes us to the Coliseum. 175 laps there at Bristol.
Interesting.
Bristol made all of them too, I think. Yeah.
Bristol's a good track.
Fun track.
Lime Rock Park for round number 9, the second road course here for the ARCA guys. That's going to be a 70-lap event there. Then we do have our All-Star race, which traditionally does fall on the ARCA's schedule. That will be February 17th. I think that's the same week as the Super Bowl, or the week after the Super Bowl.
Trucks I have off for Super Bowl. Let me look real quick. Super Bowl is February 8th,
so the week after the Super Bowl. Gotcha.
No one watches football.
I'm gonna say
someone kick him.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. We should have a Daytona 500 off too. Round 10 takes us to Texas, going to the Lone Star State for 120 laps. And then round 11 brings us to the 1 1/3 mile concrete battleground that is Nashville Super Speedway for 108 laps. And then to round out the regular season, the 12th race is Charlotte once again, 150 laps for the ARCA Series guys. And then we start our chase with round 13, Talladega. As once again, we like to, we're creatures of habit here at HVRL. We got 61 laps at Talladega to start the chase. Then we go to the Monster Mile for 144 laps in round 14. And then round 15, we take the ARCA boys back to IRP for 144 laps as well. Round 16 takes us to Homestead. Hey, look, Happy Homestead's here. Finally found it on Tuesday night. That's going to be 122 laps there from Homestead. Followed up by Watkins Glen for round 17. And that will be the final road course on the schedule. 44 laps from Watkins Glen. Round 18 takes us to the Paperclip for a 144-lap race. And then round 19 is at Chicagoland for 108 laps. And the final race of the season, we saw it a couple weeks ago. It's Kern County Raceway for a 150-lap race.
That was mean, Dayhoff. That was real mean.
That was awesome.
saving the best for the last.
I like it.
Yeah. Bring it around the champion and get the grassroots, right?
That's right.
That's a fun ARCA season.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 of the last races there at the end, short tracks. So.
And a road course in 3 of the last 4.
and 3 road courses.
Can we just say that this one's more of a dick punch than the Cup schedule? It's fun, but it's more of a dick punch.
Listen, that chase is rough with Dover, IRP, Glen.
Yeah, that's a rough
Kern.
chase.
That's pretty bad.
Starts you off easy, then it gets harder as the season goes on.
Yep.
So get used to
it's the chase.
Honestly, that does make sense though, because you want these guys early on to learn how to race around each other, and then you get them into the harder tracks at the end. It makes sense. I like the schedule.
Yep. I agree.
If you look at those darn truck series guys, they have Daytona, Kansas, IRP, then the IPL. He did not do the IPL any favors with Daytona, Kansas, and then IRP there. Them poor truck guys next season.
Oh, they'll all be all right.
That or they won't. Either way.
Yeah.
And finally, we go to the Xfinity Series on
Oh yeah.
Wednesday nights. Leading it off, we go to Daytona. No duels for Daytona in this one. We've got to have 2 weeks off there for the holidays for Christmas and New Year's. So followed up round 2, we've got Las Vegas for, Daytona's got 90 laps. Las Vegas for 120, followed by the Coliseum for 200 laps at Bristol. The 2-week break. And then we go to one of the newest circuits on iRacing. We go to Portland for the first road course of the season for 65 laps. That is going to be a very interesting race. I don't know how many people have raced it yet.
Wilder,
Gonna be a lot of fun.
We're going
no chicane.
I think we're going no chicane. We're gonna make it somewhat. I think the chicane is just, even the NASCAR guys were having troubles with it. It just kind of interrupted the race flow. It's a pretty flowy track. I mean, it's not a lot of tight corners except for that chicane. So you take that chicane out, it's pretty. I like it. I ran a bunch of laps there, so it should be fun.
He'll run a bunch more too.
I say watch for Wilder to win Portland in race 4.
I'll probably do 1,000 more laps before we start.
I'll get some practice in. I just need to be able to pit maneuver you once.
Ooh.
Just played.
It's funny because it's true.
Race 5 will take us to Pocono for an 60-lap race there. Followed up, race 6 is at Kentucky for 128. A night race as well, so that's going to be awesome. Round 7 takes us to Rockingham. Again, we saw how much fun the Gen 6 had there at Rockingham. It's going to be a 180-lap race for those guys on Wednesdays. Followed up, round 8 is at Kansas for 128. Round 9 takes us to our second road course of the season at Watkins Glen for 53 laps. Round 10 takes us to the inferior 2-mile track, Michigan, for 94 laps. I will always say it. And to round out the regular season, we do go again to Charlotte for 183 laps for this one. And once again, 3 tire sets.
Yep. 4 total.
4 total, 3 additional tire sets. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be over 40 lap runs. So to get to the end there.
See a trend there. We felt like we just had an excessive amount of tires this season. So we just wanted to pull it back this season and see if we can make some more strategies across the series.
Round of 12. Once again, starts at Talladega with an 80-lap race there. And after Talladega, we go to Richmond for 185 laps. And Texas will conclude the round of 12 for 128 laps. As we move to the round of 8, hey, guess what? We're playing in some more corn, boys and girls. Iowa, 168 laps, leads off the round of 8. Followed by Sonoma for the third race of the third road course race of the season. That'll be a 65-lap race for those guys. And then concluding the round of 8 is the superior 2-mile track, Auto Club, for 94 laps. And as we get to the championship round of 4, once again, this is the second time we've seen this. Darlington leads that championship round for 135 laps. Followed by the Monster Mile for 180 laps. And then once again, we go to Homestead to conclude the season, this time for the Xfinity Series, 128 laps. And that will be officially season number 1.
Yeah.
That's a fun final schedule. 6 races, the round of 8 and the championship round of 4, those 6 tracks.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
I think Kern will love it.
I do too.
I feel like Kern
Great
made the schedule. Would he pay you for that, Wilder?
I think I'm proficient at the last 6 tracks as well, so we'll see. Kern's he's a whole other animal though. So we'll see.
Proficient at the last 6 tracks. Boy, now I know who's in charge of this schedule.
So yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, it's gonna be me and Bryce doing the Xfinity, and then Dayhoff and Dayhoff doing the ARCA.
Well,
Dayhoff had to be determined.
Yeah. So just so you know, we probably need somebody else to maybe step up for ARCA, help them out would be great. That's kind of what we're looking for. Admins across the board, just to help in general. You know, we're looking. So if you want to join in the fun, then you don't have to do the podcast all the time. You don't have to. We just need help in general. So.
Oh, definitely for series director, because we got admin and ARCA kind of alone right now. So if anybody has Tuesdays open that wants to help out, posting the race sign-ins and just helping Dayhoff out, then you have Chris kind of, he's a seasoned veteran. He can handle trucks all himself. But of course, we still need someone in there to help Chris out. But of course, we'll all be here to always pitch in as well. Then we'll have, like you said, Wilder and Tucker running Xfinity, and then me and Chase running Cup. So, and I believe the Xfinity as well as Cups is going to be the post-race review for incidents, as well as how we're keeping it. And then I think we're keeping the IPL.
Yeah.
Yep, the IPL and ARCA and trucks.
So 0.15 for ARCA. I think we keep that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then 0.12
3
or 1.3.
1.3.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll keep
for
it there.
trucks.
Yeah, so it seems like a fun season. All the seasons seem fun. So
no dick punches then. No real dick punches.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're double dick punches on the Xfinity and Cup schedule, but got to run them anyway.
Well, as those are our upper divisions, you should expect to see dick punches.
Dick punch away.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, really. And we try to make it increasingly difficult at the end of the season. I think that's a key, and kind of diversity of tracks is key too. You don't want a bunch of half miles at the end. You don't want to, you want to keep it diverse and find the all-around driver to win the championship. So
I wish there was some way we can do kind of 4 races in the championship 4. That way you can throw one of everything. You can throw a speedway, an intermediate, a short track, and a road course in there to really determine.
I don't know. Speedways just seem like such a random thing. I don't know, to me. But it's just me.
Yeah,
I just don't like them. Everybody's got great opinion. I'm sure the guys that are good at speedways, they want 2 of them in there. But that's not gonna happen.
Well, there's a reason NASCAR don't have as many super speedways as they do mile and a halves.
Yeah. Right. Exactly.
So, and then Atlanta doesn't even count. As the great William Kern would say, they can put a hose in that and make that thing a pond.
Didn't make any of our series, so.
Weird.
We had to schedule maybe 4 that Atlanta too.
We did it once, and we gave it benefit of the doubt and did it again. And
did we not even have old Atlanta on anything?
No.
Nope.
Old Atlanta's fun though.
Just kind of gets forgotten though. It's like kind of one of those ones that you don't think about.
It does, like Gateway apparently.
Yeah, I like Gateway.
Nobody likes Gateway except for you.
Travis George, I bet, likes it. He won there.
Yeah.
Gateway's fun.
We can ask him on Monday.
Yeah, he'll say it.
Dayhoff, what do you think about your guys' schedule there, Dayhoff and ARCA? You liking that? A lot of short tracks, but
hell yeah, I wanted a lot of short tracks, especially towards the end of the season. I know like a lot of people don't like them, but you're gonna have to run them. So it's like, so you better get the practice on the first 2 before you chase starts. Get you some practice in.
And that's what ARCA really runs, is the majority short tracks anyway. So it is good to throw them at them. I mean, no better way to
just yeah, we all know they run dirt, you guys, but There's an IPL list in ARCA. So those two things do not mesh together well. So
dirt and IPL.
But have we tried it though?
I mean, if we can turn off incidents for a race, I mean, but I don't know. It's just I would love to do it too, but more of a fun race, I think.
Yeah,
Points race.
any of those guys are more than welcome to set up a dirt race and get someone together on the off week if they wanted to. You know, do it that way. But for points and IPL, oh, I wouldn't.
Yeah, that would not be a fun
that.
or a fun week on Discord. Yeah, no.
Race control,
or a fun week of race control, or review, or any of that.
So that's just why we don't do it. We know they run on dirt, and they actually run on dirt quite a bit.
Decent
actually.
bit, yeah.
They got 3 or 4 races on dirt, so yeah, it's just why we don't do it. It's just not yeah. It'll be sloppy. I guarantee you, it wouldn't make for a great broadcast, probably, unless you want to watch a destruction derby or something like that.
35 cars out there trying to get around dirt.
Yeah. I'm so glad we got Xfinity back though. I'm very fired up for that. That's definitely my favorite car out of the NASCAR cars, and I'm going to start getting familiar with the next gen and hopefully get better at it. But happy to have Xfinity back.
I think we all probably would have been in agreement to move Gen 6 up and take the next gen spot, but as a league, I think we all just determined that the popularity, it was in our better interest to go to next gen with it being more popular. You don't see a lot of people asking on Facebook for the next Gen 6 league is starting. So,
yeah,
I'm not good at next gen. I got a lot of learning to do. I'm not a fan.
I can give you here. I will give you the best piece of advice that I can give you. Shift.
Yeah. Yep.
A whole lot.
Yeah. A lot.
Every corner.
Yeah, when you don't think you need to shift,
yep.
Shift. When you don't think you need to shift.
I'm the same way. I don't have a lot of experience in it, but the one track that I had the most success was probably the best 2-mile track there at Michigan.
Oh, the worst, the inferior one? Gotcha. Yeah.
The best race I had in the
just had to bring it up again.
Was where?
Richmond. That's the only one I got top 5 in.
Yeah, I had a good race at Homestead in those cars. I done pretty well at.
Oh, not to mention, big spoiler alert, as we are changing our point system next season. I don't think we.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we need to talk about that for sure.
Yeah, that's a huge thing.
Yeah, so our point system will kind of be a mixture of kind of what 2000s, maybe in the 90s point score, where you're going to get 150 for the win, and it'll go down increments of 4 for a couple, then 3, then 2, the rest of the way. But stages are going to be 15, I believe, to win a stage. I kind of had to adjust it a little bit. 15, 11, 9, and then like 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But the way it was at that point, it was just, and I know a few others, I don't know if we were all in agreement with this, but it's just, if you take the winner score, which was 45, and then both stages is 20, you're looking at 45% of your total points was where you were a third and 60% through the race. That, to me, it should be more important where you finish than that. So now it's, instead of 45% of your points are stages, it's really going to come down to 20%. So it's still a healthy amount. I mean, 20% of your total points is a pretty good amount, and that's if you win.
Right.
So, but I think it'll be for a lot better, because there is kind of a cheat code right now. You go out there, you can spend all your tires getting stage points, and you can finish 10th and still do better than the guy that actually won the race.
I figured it out.
I figured it out.
I know the reason they.
You just look at the bonus points that I had. I mean, that's why I say that. I mean, that's what at the beginning of the season, that's what I focused on, and I mean, I personally should think the final result of the race should, make a little more impact into your points than it does now. So.
Yep.
Right, and I know why
Yeah,
they
'cause
do it in real NASCAR for TV, but this isn't for TV. This is for you guys to have the most amount of fun and get, they just do it for TV so people will tune in. I know the drivers probably don't love that too much, that layout, but unless you're Logano, and don't earn a championship, but yeah, I think it'll be awesome. So I'm looking to see how it's going to play out.
Average
Yeah, you'd
finish.
have guys win races, and they would be 7th or 8th in points that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's happened.
I like it. I like it.
Our truck series. So.
Yep. Yeah, I like it. I like the
probably
change-up.
not that drastic, but still, probably 3rd in points and won the race.
Or fourth
in
even.
points for a single
Or
race.
4th,
yeah.
5th for sure.
Yeah. I think at some point during the season, Chris had like, what you have? Didn't you have like 5 out of 7 top 5s, and Wilder had like 1 or 2, and he had more. Wilder had more points than Chris. But that was all because of stage points. But yeah, no, I think it'll be awesome. Hopefully, it'll bring a little bit, everybody will. I think, especially with the 3 tires, I think people will be really smart about how they take them.
Yeah, it's definitely going to change up things from this season.
Yeah. So, any other big changes that we haven't fully went on with the rule book? I don't know, but that we can really talk about right now. Because I don't know if we.
Yeah, there will still be some minor tweaks during the off season for penalty things or just minor tweaks for each of the series as well that we'll go over as we get closer to the start of the next season. So just keep your eyes on that stuff.
Yep. Other than that, I think that's about it. As the truck session's about to open, really excited. We'll probably get to talk to all of our championship 4. So if you're watching in here, hopefully be in the racetrack so we can interview y'all. Me and Bryce will get in there early.
All right. Well, that's been the Turnin Laps podcast, everybody. We will be right back here in just a few minutes for the start of the championship round for the truck series.